are live streaming on a couple of platforms. So,
Are we in this one? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're just making sure everything's set up. Welcome. Very excited to connect with you for our live Q&A. It felt inspired last week after we have some fun things planned for this month leading up to the 8/8 portal. But after the last live, I was just having, well, I guess we both were, just thinking, well, what are they wanting to know? Like, what are you guys struggling with? What's coming up for you? So we posted that we were going to be doing a live Q&A, and a couple of you have submitted some questions. Let me tell you what some of those that we're going to be covering are. Do your north and south nodes have to be opposite to be twins? How do I know if they're really my twin? Why is my twin flame running? How do I manifest union? How do I stop obsessing over my twin? Can twin flames be with other people? And then I just remembered one more I need to add. Have you activated Kundalini in each other? Okay, so as you're jumping on, whether you're here live or you're watching the replay, if you have any other questions or clarifications come up while we're going, that's what this is for. So this is set up to be a space for an opportunity for some live interaction. But seeing as we did reschedule this to today, you know, we have the questions submitted and you may just be watching the replay. If you are, let us know. It's really just tricky. We adjust this Facebook live stream and it flips our YouTube off of the thing. It's just like a tricky back and forth dance a little bit. Okay, before we jump in, we're gonna do a little set the space. Yeah, set the space. So go ahead and settle in, as long as you're not driving or doing something, right? We're gonna just do a quick little meditation, create some space. So go ahead, put the feet flat on the floor, hands on your laps, palms facing up and open, and start taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, bringing yourself to center. Good. Really good. Just noticing the way the lungs feel as they expand. Breathing deeper and deeper every time. Good. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to take one nice deep breath in and hold at the top. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the top. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Try to breathe in a little bit more. And big exhale. Good. Welcome. And as we settle into this time and space, I invite you to see that bright white light shining down from just above your head, entering in at the crown, washing in and through and around your entire being. Take a nice deep breath and sigh on the out breath. Good. Feeling how good it feels to have this light washing in and through and around your entire being. Just flooding and filling your being with light. Every corner, every crevice, every nook, every cranny, filling and flooding it with lights. Good. Just going to, in this space, thank our teams of light for creating a safe and sacred circle of protection here around each individual. This work, this transmission, the guidance and the channeling that is being done here, it'll be done from 100% love light, source energy for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so it is.
So it is.
Welcome. Yes. Hi everybody, thank you for being here. So let's just jump right into some Twin Flame Q&A. If you have any questions for either of us specifically, also feel free to throw those in.
Yeah, start putting them in now.
Put them in and we'll get to them, but we're just gonna jump right in. with one of the most commonly, frequently asked questions that we hear. And it actually can become, like, people will say that they've been on their twin flame journey for, 4 years, 3 years, 7 years. I'd love to know, how long have you been on your twin flame journey?
Yeah.
How long has that been for you? Because we met, had been together now 7 years, but our twin flame journey started 2 years before we met.
Yep.
So that's how long we've been on. Is that a sign?
No.
Okay. We have these little like clues and signals we give each other, and she's giving me the signal to wrap it up, and I'm like, baby, we just started. So yeah. Awesome. Just checking these chats here. So anyways, one of the most commonly asked questions that actually can keep you stuck for a long time, where it's like you feel like you've been on your journey for a long time, but I would say your twin flame journey officially starts. And by officially starts, I mean, it's almost like if you're floating down the river and you can get stuck in like an eddy on the side where the water's just like spinning and spinning. That's what these questions that I'm about to read to you, that's what they create. Mm-hmm. So the questions are, do your north and south node have to be the same to be twins? Okay. And then the second follow-up question, same person, is, how do I know if they're my twin? Okay. And this is a question that's an eddy, in my opinion. In the work that we're doing and what we've seen, when you're asking these questions, you're not actually even floating down the river. And the point of the river is to like flow down it, right? Row your boat gently down the stream. But when you're stuck in obsessing and looking for signs and doing tarot readings, right?
Oh my God,
I know.
so much.
Been there. Like, we're speaking from this, not from a place of like I don't even know, like
seeking it from ourselves.
Or yeah, like these are things that we've learned through basically not doing it the wrong way, but like just fumbling our way through it.
Yeah.
And finding these tools. And that's one of the things we're feeling so excited and passionate about, is to bring y'all the shortcuts.
Yeah.
Right? Where instead of having to bang your head up against the same wall so many times, you can, just learn how to phase right through it. How can I have this not driving me bonkers? It keeps sliding. Gravity. Okay, so if you're asking this question, I just want you to know that from the perspective of having lived on this journey for these many years, that's an eddy. And if you can recognize that, it can get you back in the flow and back in the stream. And it's an eddy because it's a complete distraction to what the opportunity is in front of you. So whether this person is your twin or not, when it comes to the twin journey, is actually irrelevant. So I'm like getting ready to just hold this in my hand because the way it keeps, I'm just going to put it like that, and I think it'll slowly show you. No. We just got to have you. You're who they want to see.
Oh, I see it moving.
Yeah, it's just slowly sliding because of the gravity. Do you see it?
Yeah.
So funny. So we're live on 2 platforms. That's what we're talking about. So okay, so the question is, do you have to have the same or opposite north or south nodes? So first thing, no, you don't. And what I want to say is that if you find anyone out there, this is my suggestion to you, in love of your own sovereignty and your own independence and your own ownership of your own experience, I really invite you to be very intentional and asking yourself, where have you given away power to any sort of outside authority? Okay? And outside authorities can be astrology. We can give our sovereignty and our authority away to the astrology. We can give it away to a psychic or a tarot reader. We can give it away to our twin. We can give it away to a lot of people. And so, no, you absolutely do not have to have opposite north and south nodes, There's no specific, even universally agreed upon twin distinction or and there never could be or should be. There never should exist like one external body of ultimate authority on the twin experience. The ultimate authority on your twin experience is you. That's your ultimate authority. Oh, yeah. Perry says that they've been on the twin flame journey for 67 years. Perry, I don't know if that's your actual profile photo, but you don't look 67. Does this say lesbianism?
Where?
Yeah,
Oh.
lesbianism. Correct. Well done. Accurate identification. So, so you don't have to have that, but let's tell you a little bit about our experience with our own astrology, because that can be interesting. So, although there's not like one decided upon anything, you will find with your twin a ton of really cool, amazing synchronicities.
It's true.
You will see, like, we're opposite moon signs.
Mm-hmm.
We're opposite rising signs. But we're the exact same conscious sign. We're both Aquarius, right? And so it's pretty cool because you know this if you're a twin and you're on the journey. You've seen so many signs and synchronicities already, but the problem, and when you get stuck on the eddy, is when you're obsessing about them, of like knowing what you need to do next and attaching that to if they're your twin or not. That's the point. Like, that's when it becomes a distraction, because it's almost like, well, I'm not gonna like work on this thing unless they're my twin, or I'm not gonna like pursue this relationship unless they're my twin. And that is kind of not the point, and that's actually not the question. The question is, what is this situation bringing forward in me? What is this situation asking of me? What is the purpose of this connection? And what is it bringing to me? It's like, it's a gift, right? It's like it's bringing it forward for you. Is that how you would say that?
100%.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I'm like, how do I get them? I guess what I was seeing, there was just,
You might have to talk a little louder because of the AC. Throw your voice.
yeah. Well, just like when you're saying that, I'm just like remembering, and it's just a code for you to have, just like, not go through what we went through. It's just, I'm just thinking the amount of time, to be honest.
Of wondering and spinning about it.
Spinning, checking tarot readers, doing your own tarot reading, there's just so much. So I definitely had my share of that, but that was like all part of the journey.
Yeah, tell us what has that experience been like for you? So for me, it was I was watching a lot of tarot twin flame readers on YouTube.
Yep.
I was drawing a lot of my own cards, and even in this union together, there have been times where I've slipped back into that same pattern of like, are we really twins? Are we really twins? And it's like, it actually doesn't matter either way. The work is the same. And so that's our guidance for you. Our guidance for you is, you know what? Actually, this is an irrelevant question. It's not relevant. Because if you're going to change what you need to do next based on if they're your twin or not, that is a symptom of another unhealthy shadow that actually needs looked at first.
Yeah.
So my invitation to you is to set down the obsessing, trying to watch attachment styles, trying to watch astrology readings, trying to ask for signs and like do all of this stuff, and actually just buckle in and get clear inside of yourself of like, okay, what is my twin flame journey? What is being asked of me right now? Anything else on that one? Yeah. I mean, it sounds like, as I'm saying it, it feels so commonsensical and so easy and so practical. It's like, I feel like, what else can you really say on it? But I'm telling you, when you look out there, I would say 80 to 90% of the people that I see consuming twin flame content, that's where they are. They're stuck with it and they're obsessed with it. And they typically don't find us or resonate with us. If they pop on one of these lives, they'll pop off pretty quickly because they're looking for a dopamine hit. They're looking for an external validation because they're still operating in the runner-chaser cycle and it's addicting. And they feel connected with their twin when they're in the cycle, and so they're just like going for it. And there's really a huge opportunity to take a step outside of the cycle, to be the observer of it, and to begin to systematically kind of like take the trap, take the cycle apart, break it down piece by piece. And when you dismantle a trap, it can't hurt you, because it doesn't function without all the components working together, right? The minute I detach one component from a twin flame negative feedback loop cycle, where wounds trigger wounds trigger wounds, the minute I dismantle one aspect of like, ooh, I caught it, this is coming from, so let's just circle back vulnerably, cutely to Friday when we were scheduled to go live. We were getting ready to hit live, and I had a trigger come up. And when the trigger came up, I had fear come up that the trigger came up. And then I had shame come up that the trigger came up. And then that created a really epic twin flame mirror for me of like, there was basically a mini recreation of an old cycle that we have been done with, and old wounds we used to have, and old like feedback loops we used to have that are like we're done with it. Like, it is, honestly, when I think back on the things that used to trigger me, I have no arousal. I have no like animation come up in my body, because it's like the story behind it, the wound behind it, has been so neutralized through my own healing work, through the twin flame journey of reprogramming my mind and rewiring my nervous system, that I'm not feeling it, right? What was the trigger? Okay, that's kind of really vulnerable, but we can go there. So inside of, and this is what I want you to hear, so like the twin flame codex that we've created is not just for twins. And okay, so stay with me on this for just a minute. The twin flame journey is the most amplified mirror, but all relationships are mirrors, right? I get triggered and see some of myself in my daughter, and in my son, and in my sibling, and in my parent, and in the lady at the checkout stand, right? All of these things are opportunities and mirrors for our own evolution and our own healing and like clarity and return to self, okay?
And that's what it is.
And that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
But a twin dynamic, or any sort of highly emotive, volatile dynamic. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't know if this is just like toxic, or is this my karmic twin, or if this da-da-da-da. It actually doesn't matter, because the principles inside the twin flame codex, the principles that you learn of healthy relating, relate everywhere. So getting yourself oriented in alignment to the ongoing processes, because we never arrive, of the twin flame journey, makes you a better everything in other relationships.
Yeah.
Better sister, better child, to your parents, better everything. So let's talk about this trigger. So okay, one of my wounds is feeling unsupported, feeling like I'm in it alone, like I have to do everything. And so that was the trigger. We had a busy day that day. We've had a crazy 5 days. So we have 5 kids ages 10 to 15 now. And it's summer, so they're all home, and they're, teens and tweens. And we've had 3 birthdays, well, 5 birthdays if you don't count just in our family, but we've had 3 of our kids have had their birthdays in the last 2 weeks, plus 4th of July. So it's just been really busy birthday time. We have had softball tournaments, baseball tournaments, football just started. So it's just been like a really busy week.
You all know. If all y'all have kids, you all know. Yeah, and it's busy.
You're strong enough to do it all alone, sister. Thank you. Yeah, so you're not wrong. But basically, equal parts exhaustion, equal parts just like weeks of fatigue, and just feeling like I've been doing more of the like mental labor and the physical labor. That was the feeling, that was the trigger. So that was the trigger that came up, and that was the first trigger. So there's multiple triggers. So it's like they can come in stacked, and in a twin dynamic they often are, and they can get more that way the longer you've actually been together. So it's like in the beginning there can be like this holding on for both parties, because you have the reunion, you have the epic connection and the knowing, and it's like, wow, this is so good. And so then when things happen, it's almost like you don't fully address it, or you don't fully like benefit and actualize and integrate the shift that's being called forward because of the trigger. Is that how you would say it? It's like you don't fully integrate it in the beginning because you just want to get back to feeling good.
Yeah. So much.
Does that explain it right?
Yeah. Well, it's like, I feel like when triggers are happening at the beginning, there's just all of this like there's just like a kind of a, for me, there's all of this internal sweeping it kind of under the rug and sweeping it under the rug so that like it can,
Stay
we can
juicy.
go on.
Mm-hmm.
We can go on. We can move forward. But as time goes on, the voices get louder and the triggers get brighter because they're here. Like you're saying, like all relationships have these mirrors, but man, this is a flashlight I have, a make-believe flashlight in my hand, but like I am shining a light on every single part, nook and cranny, and they're doing the same to me. And so there's these things that takes, I think, for our, it's like taken a whole year to integrate certain, like going up through the chakras of like integrating just being with this human and all the triggers and everything that comes along with it.
1000%.
But at the beginning, yes.
Well, and there were
We're
times
getting back to it feeling good.
Yeah, there were times at the beginning, and I think honestly, this is whether you're twins or whether you're karmics, it doesn't really, or you're just regular old souls in a relationship. The world often addresses behaviors as the like problem, and they're not. So we have spent hours in conversations that were honestly pointless, because I'm trying to figure out her, and she's trying to figure out me, and I don't even have me figured out. She doesn't even have her figured out. So we're it's just, we've talked about it before, where when the twin flame dynamic gets flipped and the polarity is happening, it's like when the union energy is alive and well, we operate as like one soul, two bodies. Like it's like we're in sync, we're reading each other's mind. I feel so secure. Everything is easy. Like we don't like take things personal. We don't misinterpret each other. It's like free flowing heaven.
We're in
And then when the separation energy happens, it almost feels like it's like a computer that's glitching. It's like trying to watch a reel, and you watch 1 second and then it pauses, and then you're like, ugh, and then it watches 2, and then you're like, ugh, and it's just right.
So much.
What were you gonna say? How are you gonna describe it?
And like someone just went like pulled on one side of my nervous system and the other, and just went like basically.
Right. Like
and I'm just going like, oh, what's happening? Oh my gosh.
like,
And usually at the beginning, especially, I'm like kidding myself. What happens, I'm feeling like, no, all the time, but then the spiral, right, happens. Spirals can happen. And at the beginning, there was just absolutely, that's what has forced us to create these tools so that we can
stay together.
Stay
It's
together.
not wrong.
Stay together.
It's not wrong.
Gladys,
I was gonna
that's
say
it.
Gertrude.
Oh,
No, I was gonna say Gladys, and then I remembered that's not you.
that's Sapphire.
That's Sapphire. So, yeah, that's true.
That is so cute.
Yeah, it is the hardest thing to navigate in the world. Yeah, it really is. And so in those moments, it feels like we're speaking two different languages, and we can't really get back in sync. And so in those moments, honestly, it's about getting back in sync with yourself. And that is what the Twin Flame Codex is all about, is creating externalized systems and automations to get you back there faster and quicker, and also to keep you there over time. Daily stuff. Okay, so everybody got that? It doesn't really matter, and there is no one thing, although you will see things. I haven't ever met a pair of twins that didn't have some really cool synchronicities and indicators in their charts, but there's not one thing, and I would be wary of anybody that tells you so. Anybody that's like, I'll let you know if you're twins or not, I'll tell you, run. And anybody that tells you that there's this only one way to know, also run. Because that's bullshit, it's not true, and we don't need anybody hijacking our intuition, because we all know on our own. And in the work that we do, that's what we do that's different. It is guided by you and your desires and your uniqueness and your life. And we're here to teach you the tools to help you create what you want, led and directed and guided by you, your highest self, and what's in your highest good. So we're not here to be anyone's outside authority. And, you know, I would never answer that question from somebody, are we twins? And it's not my fucking place to do so. However, the first code inside of our program is the activation about this very thing. Are they your twin? And answering that question once and for all. So, because it tees up the journey, like I said, if you don't nip that in the butt and get the right pieces in place for yourself, you'll be trapped in the eddy on the side of the river and you're going to go nowhere fast. So that's why it is code number 1 in the Twin Flame Codex. If you want to know more about that, I do need to post the links after we go live and you can check it out. You're going to want to check it out. What were you going to say?
Yeah. What was I going to say?
Yeah.
Slipped my mind.
Why is my twin flame running? Because they're your mirror. Okay? So I'm going to give you something that if you really get this, if you really, really get this, your whole twin flame journey will change forever. Okay? Anytime you're wondering, why does my twin flame do this? You get to ask yourself, where do I do this? So a lot of people are like, okay, I'm the chaser, they're the runner. Oh, and a lot of the chasers, I am one, okay? So if someone were to categorize us, I'd probably be more the chaser. More anxiously attached. It's true.
So
It's true, okay? So I'm with y'all. So when I'm talking a little bit like at you direct here and a little bit maybe intensely, I'm talking to myself too. I'm with you guys, okay? So listen, chasers, here's our thing. We'll be like, I've told her this so many times, like, I wish I could be the runner. It's easier to be the runner. You know what I mean? It's like you just
Every
avoid
time.
and run.
Yeah.
And I'm over here suffering and being abandoned, you know? And you just go off on your own. That's nice. And I told her, I'm like, you need space. I need closeness. You always get what you want. I never get what I want. And it's just hilarious because anybody ever at any time is always allowed space because it's autonomous and it's their own thing. But me feeling entitled to her attention is not the same thing as her entitled to her own space. But when you're a chaser, your brain can convince you that it's not that way, and you can feel bad and like, wah, 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 chasers have it harder, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, the question is not why is she running, the question is why am I running or where am I running? And guaranteed, every time I feel like she's running, if I ask myself where am I running, I find some shit I've been avoiding every single time.
Yeah.
Every time. So why is your twin flame running? Because you're running. You're running from yourself. You're running from something you need to do, something you need to learn, something you need to heal, some boundary you need to hold, some change you need to make, some friends you need to let go of, some changes in your lifestyle, something. Somewhere you're running and avoiding yourself, and your twin is going to mirror that.
Everything.
Everything.
They're going to mirror every single... God, just... nook and cranny, but I mean that in such a literal way. So, yeah, it's good.
Tell them, baby. Tell them.
It's good.
It's good.
It is. Every single time there's any type of a, like a separation energy, we always have.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that time is, that time that you're alone is really important to be able to just have your own autonomy and empty out and reflect and, you know, see where it is your responsibility is, and usually taking ownership, because they can usually see it and it really pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then in return, like, there is just been this amazing opportunity, and I think that's what we think every time, like, we're grateful for the separation, or we're grateful for the time, but it's so painful that there's lots of things to do that it doesn't have to happen that way. So
when she's saying separation, she means symbolically in a twin flame journey separation,
Yes.
which
I
is
don't
more
mean-
like when when your polarities reverse. That's what she means. So when
Yep.
we're no longer magnetizing each other and we're repelling each other. That doesn't mean we're like broken up or we're not together. It means that like energetically there's times where we're like together and in sync, and then there's times when we like are like whoa, and then it comes back like this, right? That's the journey. It doesn't have to be like this, like really wide and long and painful and hard. It can be like a couple of
Sure.
hours of space.
And at the beginning, honey. Not the beginning, actually. But in the past, it has been like that. There has been time. We're still together, but we've needed breaks before. So, obviously, we've talked about it. You know what I'm saying? But when we come back together,
So
when we are stronger than ever.
stronger than ever.
But I don't mean together, I mean because what's happening on the outside is just a reflection of what's going on the inside. So after that time and space, that just means you've come back into union with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way it's even possible to come back into union in physical union with your
Twin.
counterpart.
Yep.
And you do not have to be same sex. That's how we are, obviously.
Twins come in all shapes and sizes,
Yeah,
but they're always consensual. So
yeah,
don't get
we've
that twisted.
been over that at the beginning too.
Yeah.
On the first one too, but
Yeah.
sometimes I just like to go over it because there's a lot of misconceptions with that. Just because we are same sex, and if you guys didn't catch the first one, we go over that. But all all shapes and sizes that are different, and age gaps, and all those fun things. So
Exactly. All right, so we've got a question. Okay, so we've got a couple more questions here, but someone on YouTube just asked, so what's the biggest thing in your relationship that causes issues? This is the same thing for all twins, all relationships anywhere and everywhere, but before I get into that, I just want to say that if they're not your twin, and you come home to yourself, and you're knowing yourself, and you're owning yourself, and you have your secure attachment within yourself, if they're not a healthy dynamic, they will fall away. Because if you're healthy and they're not, you're not going to be able to stay in a relationship. So if they're your twin, they'll mirror you, and you'll grow, and you'll up level together. If they're not your twin, they won't. Sometimes, even if you're not twins, when you heal and change, the other person heals and changes, right? Because it creates a positive feedback loop. But what I'm saying is, no matter what, or who it is, or what the label is, the journey is still the same. You coming back within yourself to your own secure attachment. So when you ask, what's the biggest source of fighting? It's the same thing for all twins. It's fear. Fear is the biggest source of all fighting. Fear. We're back. Yay. We had a phone call come through.
phone call.
Phone call.
What's up?
So it's fear. And fear can come out in a lot of different ways. So it's
Everything.
just like
Get
fear
that
of
fear spike.
fear of being judged, fear of being abandoned, fear of being misunderstood, fear of
Being trapped. Fear of being controlled.
say she's the runner.
Being
Hear
told
it?
what to do.
Yeah, did you hear that?
So, someone tells me what to do, and guess what? Don't tell me what to do.
She needs to be told.
Don't tell me where to go.
She actually likes it, don't listen to her. When the polarity's magnetized, she asks me to boss her, okay?
It's true.
When it's not, she tells me to fuck off. Also true. So, great question. Checking back over here on Facebook. Oh, welcome, Heather. Hello, Loveland. What's up, Rolando? I don't know if I've ever seen you on a live, my friend. Any questions you have? We have a couple more, and then we're going to be wrapping up this live. But this is your live Q&A time with us. How do I manifest union? You manifest union by doing the Twin Flame Codex initiation. I will be posting the links in here after this. If you want to be sure you get the link, also comment link, and I'll reply the comment. The Twin Flame Codex initiation is 8 essential code activations to create the conditions for union. So what a lot of people try to do is they try to apply the exact same manifestation principles to manifesting twins as they would to manifesting anything else. And it's a yes and. You don't want to like not do those things. Those things work and those things are helpful. We manifested each other. But there were some very critical and important things that we did that we were unconsciously competent about. We didn't realize we were hitting our basically key tokens of alignment in our gene keys and human design charts to be the most lined up we had ever been in our lives to actually manifest each other.
And did you hear that there, folks? The words were consciously incompetent.
Unconsciously competent.
Oh, what did
the
I
opposite, complete opposite of what she said.
Unconsciously, that's what I meant.
Unconsciously competent, where it's like you're competent and you don't even know you are, or you don't know why. It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay, baby. I like that you tried to emphasize it.
I know.
Yeah, because it did. It got the attention it needed. Didn't she do well? She did well.
Thank you.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unconsciously competent.
Yeah, we didn't realize what we did.
We didn't.
And so that's one of the things we've been like kind of, not deconstructing, but a little bit, kind of like opening up and trying to figure out how did we get this right? And then when we have gone into reverse polarity, what brought that on? And each individually taking full accountability for what brings it on, identifying where did fear come, where did I bring fear into this, right? Or where did I latch onto fear? Where did I allow her fear to become my fear and to activate my cycle downwards, right? So, yeah, it's a big one. So yes, to manifest union, it's about shifting your focus from then to you. But so we did use manifestation principles, all right?
100%.
100%. It's a yes and, but you also need to do the twin flame work to activate your polarity to magnetize them in. And this is unique because you can manifest anything at any state, right? Like, I don't have to be happy to manifest money. Not necessarily. They're not connected. I don't have to be a kind person to manifest money. To manifest your twin, you have to be true to you. You have to. You have to be coming closer to you to bring them closer to you. So if you're living a fake life, that is going to fuck all that up. We were both taking massive steps into our authenticity and living more authentically than we ever had right at the time when we came into union.
That was a huge part of it.
It was an essential piece.
Yeah.
And I made the big mistake that I think a lot of twins make, which is like, oh, we're twins, and there's so many things that feel identical that you want to focus on those things because those things feel like fun and safe and yummy. But actually, part of what is like the epic secret sauce of twins is where you're opposites. And it's like balancing those polarities and actually integrating them creates the chemistry and creates that magnetism where you're having the best, love making of your life, that cosmic soul-gasmic energy that is where, like, when we met each other, people would ask, like, when I was first, like, figuring out. So what happened was, straight my whole life, I had no idea. I did a psilocybin journey, and in the psilocybin journey, I became aware that, and received the download that my future partner, my divine partner, was going to be a woman. And this blew my mind open. It took me like 8 months to integrate all of this, and it was wild. And why was I telling that story? What were we talking about before? Coming true to myself, manifesting union.
That's what we have to be, is we have to be true to ourselves in order to manifest our union. So you started talking about taking a psilocybin journey. We were making massive steps.
Oh, and I realized that I was a lesbian. Oh, what I was going to say is people ask me, like, well, what are you? Are you pansexual? Are you bi?
Asexual.
Are you what? Because I was married to a man and had 2 kids and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm just, like, helisexual. It's hard to explain. It's like, it's hard to imagine having sexual attraction for another human now that we're in union. And that's a very common thing you hear among twins, where it's like, oh, these are the eyes, this is the jawline. People I thought were attractive or things that I liked about people were all of these things that were her. They were all these little winks across my timeline so that when I saw her in this physical carnation, I would recognize her. And boy, did I recognize her.
We recognize each other, baby.
Or recognize. You gotta recognize.
Each other.
Recognize. Okay. We're gonna take like 1 or 2 more questions. We're gonna wrap this up. We'll wrap it up. Yeah, we've gone 39 minutes here. Can twin flames be with other people? Yes. Yes, your twin can be with other people. Yes. And again, just wanting to have you be intentional and aware if anybody's creating like super intense hard and fast rules about twins and telling you them or projecting them onto you. Oh, that was another question. Have you activated Kundalini in each other? Yes, our twin journey did activate Kundalini in us, and for both of us, it was before we met. In 2017. 100% though. So it was the eclipse in 2017 that started our journey towards each other.
That started everything for me.
Rapid pace.
I'm telling you, that eclipse changed everything for me.
Ditto.
So.
And that's when this one came. Come over here. This one. This is an eclipse, baby. Look at this one.
She just had her birthday.
Oh, she's 9. I got her the year of the eclipse. So I guess that means, 9 years been on the journey. Okay, that is all of our pre-written questions and all the questions y'all have for us here. Just checking.
Thanks everybody for getting on.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Once again, I'll post the links. You can check out the Twin Flame Codex Initiation. If you have any other questions, we're keeping a close eye on these streams for like the next month leading up to the 8/8 portal. We will be having a big launch event into the initiation on that day. All of you will be invited to the first half of that, just as a like epic opportunity for some Twin Flame 8/8 portal, Lionsgate portal activation epicness. And then following that, the actual group that's going forward with us for the next 2 months will be having like our kickoff that day as well. So for our current people, like Heather's already joined us in the initiation. You'll be experiencing both of those. And so mark your calendars, keep an eye out. We'll be telling you more as the time gets closer. This has been an honor and a privilege. Before we pop off, we're just going to take a quick second, put our hands on our hearts, and just send out with our eyes closed, just connecting in, feeling the warmth of our hands against our hearts, thanking ourselves for taking this time to be present, to be curious, to be open, to receiving answers and guidance, to acting on what we're inspired to, and listening to our own inner truth. Thankful for all of the teams of light that are here supporting this work, getting this recording to those beautiful twin souls that are looking for answers and clarity. Thank you. So it is. Any final words, my queen, to send off these beautiful twinny souls?
Well, I wanted to say if Heather's still on, I'm super stoked.
Oh yeah.
I'm so stoked you're in. But, no, have an amazing Sunday, the rest of your day, and I'm just grateful that you gotta hang out and spend some time together. So, if you have any other questions, though, keep them coming.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to say something else for Quiet Man 2121. You were asking, it seems like, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but what I'm picking up is that you're finding it helpful and you're also finding it curious to see like what are the things that we like fight about or fight, right? Like where we have like those conflict moments that lead to that like push off energy. And this is something that we talk a lot about inside of our programs. We are very, very transparent and authentic and real. We have not like mastered the twin flame journey. We have mastered some of the processes for it. We're not perfect, but we practice what we have developed, and we're bringing it forward because it motherfucking works. And although union isn't the goal, there's nothing like a power couple in union. So whether it's with your twin or soulmate or whatever, we're here to see more powerful divine unions on the planet because they operate as a beautiful bridge, bringing new earth here, raising the frequency of the planet, revolutionizing systems, and healing divides. Anytime you have a divine union come into play, you have two whole general like relational lines linking up. Just like people in the old days, used to marry off their princes and princesses to stop wars and to make, political alliances. We energetically heal as a society when people get into unions, because you have two different ways. Like, as so much we have similar, we also have some things that are, the way we were raised, were complete opposite. Right? You know that if you've ever been in any relationship, that you're like, whoa, your come from is totally different than mine. The way you do the dishes, or the laundry, or the way you parent, or the whatever. And like bringing those two things into an integrated union where we find win-win, which is actually a higher elevated code to like compromise. Compromise is still exists at the level of the 3D, but when you move up into 5D, there's win-win, where we find what is in the highest good of all, where there's not like that element of like, I lose a little, you lose a little, and that's a compromise. We don't play inside of those limitations, because we don't operate all of our coaching from what's known and seen in the 3D, because it's really such a small part, actually the smallest part of what's actually going on. So that's something that I wanted to plug for you, Quiet Man 2121, is that if you're wanting to see more real life examples, that's what the program is all about. So when we're coaching in the container, we're taking real life, real interactions, like, what did you say? What did they say? What was triggered? We're dissecting it, we're breaking it down, and we're using all of the tools of the program to do the mental reprogramming work, the nervous system reprogramming work, and the soul reclamation work, so that you're lined up. And from that place, you operate at your best. And you're secure. You're not like, I have to have this person to feel good. You're like, I'm good either way. And that, ironically, is actually what creates the condition to actually even have a healthy union. Some of our healthiest times are after our most intense separations. And that is because we are coming back the most raw and honest that we've been. When we haven't had kind of a disruption in a while, we've both been sweeping certain things under the rug, and we've both been like not addressing things. And usually it's not so much that we need to address them with each other, we usually need to address them with our motherfucking selves. And so if I'm not doing that daily clear out work on myself, guess what I'll do? I'll manifest something volatile here that literally forces me to go in and do that inner looking.
There is.
Isn't that like facts?
Flavor, that was fire. For real, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we do.
Yeah. And so, anyways, I wanted to lay that all out for you here, because I know how, when I've worked with coaches in the past, there was this element of wanting a little bit more like practical examples. Like, show me what this actually looks like in your life. Like, how do these triggers come up? What is it? How do you navigate it? Where does it go? And we have run the full gamut with this experience, and just are very excited to support those of you that feel called. So I'll post that link. If you feel so called, check it out. Ask any other questions. We start on 8/8. Lots of love to you, beautiful souls. And we'll talk to you later.
Love you guys. Bye.
Chip, chip, cheerio. Jolly good. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.